What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. Recently I released a video covering how I farm catalysts in the game, and this would be the companion video to that on how you can farm energy activators. Now I use the term farm in parentheses on the thumbnail and also in this conversation because I want you to realize that there's a part of this farm which you can guarantee that you get the items that you are looking for, or you can farm them quite easily. And then there's a part of this farm that is on a 6% chance, so you are heavily dependent on RNG. So when we look at the 5 requirements for researching an energy activator, the first 4 items are ones which you can just, do certain activities in the game and you can essentially accumulate these resources. That's low carbon activator, conductive metallic foil, heat plasma battery, and polyatomic ion particle. And in this video, I will show you the 4 ways in which, well, each one of them, the way in which I gather them, in my opinion, the most efficiently. But the real showstopper, the roadblock, the problem for most people is obviously getting energy activator blueprints. And that's because at best you can give yourself a 6% chance to roll on one of these, and this can be gotten from many different activities in the game. So starting us off from the bottom and talking about energy activators first, the bottom line that I want you to realize is that if you are trying to specifically farm energy activators, there's a possibility you're going to burn yourself out. My advice to you is to combine this with other things that you are farming in the game. And I'm going to give you an example, for example. So if I go and I look at my weapons, recently I completed Enduring Legacy and I farmed out all the pieces. And one of the pieces on Enduring Legacy, which is notoriously difficult to get, is the blueprint. And because this also at best has a 10% chance of dropping. And if we look here, we can see that there's a couple of different ways of getting it. And just picking the first one here, which is Executioner, we can see that this is pattern 59 and it drops from you completing Kingston Hard mode Slumber Valley. So you'll do that infiltration and you can get maximum score on that, and that's going to give you so that's this one over here. And you can potentially get 2 of these if you complete it, with the right score. But let's quickly go and look at exactly what that pattern 59 has in it, right? So if we go here and we go scroll all the way down, we are gonna see 59 is right over here. And you can see that 59 has a 10% chance to get in Enduring Legacy, which would be the reason why you most likely will be trying to chase down this pattern. And then of course it has the Python, Nanotube, and Isomo, and Ultimate, and blah, blah, blah. But you can also see that it has the 6% chance for the energy activator. Now, the way I approach this is for example, if I want to get a bunch of these Enduring Legacy blueprints, I will go and sit and farm out 10 or maybe 15 or maybe 20 of these patterns and then just hammer them out in a row, killing the bosses and essentially looking for it. And chances are once or twice during those 20 patterns, I will get an activator to drop. Sometimes it's more. I've had insane luck one night where I had 4 activators in a row, which was ridiculous. I immediately went to the casino and went and lost a whole bunch of money on blackjack, but that's a different video and a different story. But the point is, sometimes you're going to be lucky and sometimes it's going to drop, and other times, even out of those 20, you're not going to get one to drop. That is the nature of the beast, and that is because 6% chance is fucking brutal. Let's be honest. So to keep your sanity, and just the honest truth here is that you should be combining this with other things. I don't want to send you out into the wilds and say, do this dungeon a whole bunch of times, get the pattern, then go do the bosses, because chances are the 6% is not going to roll for you and you're not going to get any, activators. So combine this with when you are trying to unlock Descendants, when you're trying to do weapons, and always be sure that, for example, when you go into a dungeon, you can make a choice between 2 different blueprint patterns. Like for example here, this is Magister Lab in Kingston, so you can change the reward here. By default, always the first reward will be the one that gives you chances at crystallization catalysts, right? But you can change this for 2 possible patterns if you hit the score limit that give you energy activator blueprint as a 6% drop chance. So at some point in the game, you are going to start prioritizing these maybe, or what you can do is you can do 2 as catalysts and 2 as this, whatever, something like that. But be sure that you're giving yourself a healthy influx of these as well, so that whenever you actually change these in, let's say for example you're trying to do clairvoyance or Eugen or ultimate Ajax or something, that there's still this chance that you're going to get an energy activator to fall out. Lastly, you don't just have to use these dungeons to do that. Of course, like for example, right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to farm out some pieces for Nezastras, right? And so for Nezastras, the activity that I'm doing for that is I'm basically going here in Fortress to this outpost over here, and I'm infiltrating it with Sharon so that I can get a chance at this 119 amorphous pattern, because that has Nezastras in it. So let me show you what I mean. So we're going to go here quickly to 119, and you can see here this has the, well, no, sorry, I think it's 118. Yeah, sorry. So I'm trying to get 118, which is the default drop in the outpost, but then you have a bonus chance of getting 119 when you infiltrate with Sharon. Sorry, I had the two wrong way around. So the point is I'm trying to farm 118 because I want that 32% chance at Nezastras Devotion Synthetic Fiber Blueprint at the bottom there. But every once in a while, because I'm doing infiltrations with Sharon, I'm going to get this 119 to drop as well. And that's going to give me the opportunity of 6% on an energy activator, even if I'm not looking for the other things like the 10% Enduring Legacy. Hey, look, there's that again. And the Blue Beetle, the Ajax, or the Jaber. So that's the point. Combine this with other activities. I've said it like 5 times now. It is what it is. As for the other 4 things that you need to craft this, here's how you get them. Next up is Low Carbon Activator. This is another outpost one. For this, we're going in Kingston. We're already in Kingston. We're doing Magister's Lab. So just in the same place, the Fallen, the Fallen Theater, you have an outpost right there. When you finish this outpost and kill the yellow bar enemy inside this outpost, he will drop this item. Now, this is a funny one. This is one that I came across that more often than not, this will not drop on the first time when you run this. I don't know why. It's the oddest thing. So don't be discouraged if you run this the first time you kill the yellow bar and he doesn't drop any low carbon activator on hard difficulty. I don't know why. It could just be my luck. It's super weird. But then in follow-up kills, you will start getting some of this material. The good news is it drops a lot. Like that was 25. And so you'll be able to accumulate a bunch of this like super fast. And next we have Conductive Metallic Foil. Now, each one of the sub-regions, or rather, let me rather say the sub-regions are inside the regions, but each one of the regions like Sterile Land, Agna Desert, Fortress, Hagios, all of them have these vaults on them that you can open up with code breakers, right? The only region that does not have that is Kingston, all right? Other than that, all the other regions have this, and each one of the regions is a different one that drops. So Conductive Metallic Foil is the one that drops from Vespers. Okay, so any cache you open up in Vespers, no matter where it is, you will be able to find some Conductive Metallic Foil in that area. So simply going to Vespers, I don't know why I'm taking so long to go here. Specifically, this Timberfall area has a huge amount of these caches available, especially in the edges, like there where I'm showing with the mouse. So essentially, you can just spawn, and as soon as you find one of these caches and open them up, you're going to be able to find some Conductive Metallic Foil in them. So basically, just open up a bunch of these to get as many of this item as you need. Now, you can get this as a random drop from enemies on Vespers as well, and it'll drop like 1 at a time or something, but this is by far the most efficient way to get the most of them. Next is Heat Plasma Battery. Okay, so this one is actually interesting though, because you are going to fail this mission on purpose, but by failing this mission, this infiltration on purpose, you're going to get a huge amount of these heat plasma batteries. So we are going to Hagios, whatever, you guys know what I mean. We're going to the Starfall Road, and specifically we want this old mystery, infiltration. So we're just going to spawn right outside the mission. We're going to go inside. You're going to move all the way through, and you are going to get, and this is on hard, by the way, right? You're going to get all the way, let's say, to the middle of the mission, and it's going to be this part here where you have to activate this machine, and then it creates the Kuiper mines that you have to dismantle. And you're not going to be dismantling any of these Kuiper mines. And at certain intervals during this timer ticking down, yellow bar enemies will spawn that you can kill, and each time you kill one of them, they will drop some heat plasma batteries. Now, this can actually yield you 5 times this material, because if you let the time run out on this and you fail this yellow bar enemy will spawn 5 times, and each time you kill him, you will get more heat plasma batteries. So that was the first time. Here's the second one. Boom, he's dead. More. and you just keep on doing this. So you're not dismantling any of the mines, you're just moving around the room. There's the third time, and this is actually a fantastic, oh, void charge, let's go baby. And this is actually a fantastic way for you to just get a huge amount of these heat plasma batteries, because you do need a fair amount of them. And then once you've done that, you can just back out of the mission and you can just come back in again if you need more of it. Next after that, we have, and we only have a few of these left now, we have polyatomic ion particles. For this, we're going to go to the fortress, and specifically the area that we're looking for is the Frozen Valley, and we want to be doing a mission called Command Relay. Now you're going to get 2 yellow bar enemies here, and you're going to kill both of those, and then you quit out of the mission. All right, because you don't want to be killing the final enemy here, because this is just a waste of your time. The final enemy has never dropped this resource for me, although I think he's supposed to be able to, because usually how these bubble missions work is that they have 3 or 4 enemies inside them that can drop the resource. But for me in this case, it always just works out to kill the first 2 yellow bars. And once again, we are doing this on hard difficulty. So, oh no, wait, we're doing this is on normal. Let me just check my data here. My data, yeah, we're doing this on normal difficulty, I believe. So this, no, it's hard. What am I saying? Sorry guys, I've been up too late and I've been recording this stuff too long. We're doing this on hard difficulty. We killed the first yellow bar, he just died over there, boom. And then we get some polyatomic ion particle, we kill the second one, and then we basically jump out, we reset the mission, and we are done. That's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. Let me know how you are doing this. If you found some way that is cathartic to you, where essentially you basically do a lot of infiltrations, or you're doing a lot of outposts and stuff like that. As I said, I feel that this is like a marathon, not a race, and that you just over time need to accumulate these. I know that it really sucks if you don't have any of them and you have a weapon which you're really looking to just get that extra reactor energy out of, or you have a Descendant that you want to push up. That is unfortunately the thing. Of course, it's not something that I would tell someone to go do, but if you're in a bind, this is something that they sell in the store, so it is what it is. Of course, people are also buying it, so if you're really fucking itching for it, of course that is an option that's available to you. But this is how I do it. I've been keeping track of how I farm these, and I've gotten lucky with being able to craft 9 of these. So super fortunate that I've been able to, you know, accumulate that many. I think I have another one. No, I don't. I just checked now. So I crafted my last one most recently. So it is what it is. It is the pinnacle item in the game, because you unlock a lot of additional power. 20 additional reactor energy is no joke, and basically allows you to put a whole bunch more power onto a character or a weapon. So I kind of think it makes sense that it is difficult to get. Other than that, it's just super important to me that you have a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Till next video, fucking cheers.